burns. Fair for your honest sonsy face, great chieftain o' the pudding race, aboon them all ye take your place, pinch, tripe or fail, weel are ye worthy o' grace as lang's my air. The groaning trencher there you fill your herdies like a distant hill, your pen would help to mend the mill in time of need, while through your pores the dews distill like amber bead. His knife, see rustic labor dight, and cut ye up wi' ready sleight, drenching your gushing entrails bright like honey ditch, and then, oh, what a glorious sight, warm, reeking, rich. Ye powers would gie mankind your care, and dish them out their bill of fare. Oh, Scotland once nae skinking ware that chops in Luggy's pat. If you wish a grateful prayer, gie her.
The scene could well be beside a loch in the Highlands of Scotland, but it's not. It's in the United States of America, in the Highlands of North Carolina. And more than one world chief of a Scottish clan has said that these Highland Games at Grandfather Mountain are actually the best in the world. It's no one's purpose to press the point, however. Officially, the objectives of the Grandfather Games are to foster and restore interest in traditional dancing, piping, athletic achievement, and Gaelic culture, and to make certain that Americans of Scottish ancestry have a good time reuniting with their kinsmen. The mission has definitely been accomplished in all of these objectives. Kirk is the Scottish word for church, and the kirking of the tartans asks God's blessing on the clans represented. At the close of the kirking of the tartan ceremony, a number of individual bagpipe bands mass together and march as one to lead the parade of tartans around the track which circles the games grounds on Grandfather Mountain's McRae Meadows. Most, if not all, of the active Scottish clan societies in North America are sponsors of these games at Grandfather Mountain, and the male members of each clan take pride in marching behind their respective tartan banners. The printed program specifies that the Parade of Tartans is for male members of the clans only, but there are exceptions, and Agnes McRae Morton, co-founder of the Games, is honored in the parade. Some ladies are world heads of clans and are invited to march in the tartan parade with Games President Robert Groves and other dignitaries. The printed program further explains that there would be no one left to be spectators if both male and female members marched in the parade. And that logic is sufficient to maintain harmony in most Scottish American families. No pets allowed, not even Scotties, and not even dogs who wear tartan ties. A huge spectator event. The Parade of Tartans is also a mammoth participation event, with literally thousands taking part. World chiefs of clans from Scotland are usually the guest of honor. And Clan Maxwell claims Grandfather's mascot Mildred the Bear as their very own. Cecil B. DeMille would have enjoyed the magnitude and the splendor. The tug of war, which had its origin in the days when man-of-war sailing ships needed sturdy crews to hoist the sails, gives the kilted Scots the opportunity to pull for their respective clans and for the honor of the Scottish homeland itself. Highland dancing inspires spirited competition among the young ladies, with 200 or 300 contestants each year. A dancing medal or trophy from these games is one of the highest honors in Highland dancing. The Kilted Mile Run is another event that takes determination and stamina. and they're separate kilted mile runs for boys, men, and girls. There are awards for each event, and AAU track and field events go on continuously. Tossing the caber, most traditional of the Scottish athletic events, dates back 400 years. The object is to turn the hefty pole over straight away from the brave soul doing the tossing. This toss is perfect. Here's another fine and straight caber toss. No one should have the idea that all tosses are perfect or that the sport is in fact easy. Some tosses do not turn, others do not turn straight away, and some tossers don't even toss. The caber toss, like so many athletic events, may have begun as a military discipline developed to breach fortifications and barriers. Distance has no bearing on the outcome. The athlete with the straightest toss is the winner. By now, these runners know that their kilts are heavy and hot. The black tie social event of the games is the tartan ball. A native dance of the North Carolina mountains, clogging is demonstrated for the Scottish audience. The clog dance has a little of the Scottish Highland fling, the Irish jig, and other European dances blended into a truly American dance that the grandfather cloggers perform with precision. After year, the Scottish sheepdog demonstration is a feature of the Grandfather Mountain Games that consistently sparks the interest of everyone who views it. The intelligence and the obedience of the border collies make them truly remarkable, the envy of every dog owner in attendance. The sheep are not trained. They've never seen the dogs, so there are sensational surprises. The sheep do not know to stay in the center of the Highland Games field, but the sheepdogs have their assignment and carry it out to perfection. Teamwork is demonstrated between the dogs and their master, as the master calls commands and the sheepdogs do the work. There's delight and admiration among the spectators as the dogs herd the sheep into the trailer to go back to the pasture. Highland wrestling requires strength. The wrestler passes one arm over the shoulder of his opponent and the other under the opponent's opposite arm, and he clasps his hands behind the opponent's back and tries to throw him to the ground. A Scottish event that resembles the familiar shot put, putting the stone, also goes by the Gaelic name clachnert, thought to be related and maybe derived from the ancient stone of strength. It weighs 16 pounds. The competition is as old as Scotland itself. The sheaf toss involves a 16-pound sheaf of hay enclosed in a burlap bag being tossed with a pitchfork over a horizontal bar. The athletes have 3 opportunities to toss the sheaf at each height of the bar, which is raised at 6-inch intervals until only one contestant remains. The hammer throw became popular in the Highlands when men gathered at the blacksmith shop. The hammer weighs 22 pounds. The 28-pound weight throw and the 56-pound weight throw are 2 more events intended only for the most sturdy Scottish lads. The 28-pound weight is thrown for distance, and the 56-pound weight is thrown for both distance and height. Going for height, the 56-pound weight is tossed over a crossbar, which is similar to a high jump bar. The Duke of Argyll and Games Chief N.J. MacDonald reviewed the games. The clans Highlands themselves sponsor the Grandfather Games. And at Grandfather, they have constructed a cairn, the Gaelic word for a pile of stones, which features a stone from the native home or castle of each of the clans in Scotland. Highland dancing was once an athletic event in Scotland. The dances such as the Highland Fling and the Sword Dance are in fact the solo dances of Highland men. Although in the Highlands of North Carolina, it's almost exclusively the young ladies who compete. The Scottish dances are among the most rigorous and demanding in the entire world. So it goes almost without saying that each charming lassie who wins a prize at Grandfather Mountain has to be in excellent physical condition, just like any other athlete. We've seen the tip of the iceberg, a glimpse of July's second weekend, jam-packed with music, color, competition, reunion, and excitement. A three-ring circus, and some of the other cliches, there's hardly a way to describe it. We can say with certainty, however, that everyone who has been here enjoyed America's Scottish Highland Games at Grandfather.